Welcome back. It is Saturday, March 30th in the NBA. My favorite picks are on the way. Today got one pick plus a couple leans I would talk about at the end of the video. But first, we must do a recap from yesterday, the worst part of the day, because it was a 1-3 day. The cold streak continued, and I could argue we probably should have gone 4-0 yesterday. But alas, I'm the most unlucky bettor right now, and March has not been kind to me. I've been pretty transparent about that. De'Aaron Fox, one of our losers, is over in points. He shot 22 times. Look, you can chirp Fox all you want. You can. At the end of the day, if you tell me, hey, De'Aaron Fox is shooting 22 times, I'm taking his over at 25.5. This season, when he shot at least 22 times, he's over in about 89% of games. Last night was one of the ones that he did not get it done. One of the losers, this was the loser that really aggravated me. I should have just taken, in hindsight, Jalen Brunson's regular over in points. Ended up buying a couple points down and parlayed it for plus 160 value with Dante DiVincenzo's under in threes. DiVincenzo made 6 of them. Brunson scored 61. I just hate, you pick a guy's over and he scores 61 and you still manage to lose. That kind of summarizes my March. I'm not taking any more SGPs. Just need to give those like a week off. Those have been ice cold. And then Dante, or unders in general, not taking any more unders. Those guys, whenever I take an under, I guarantee you they shoot above 50%. Then our last loser of the day, Ant-Man over in PRAs. He ended with 35, technically 34. They took away a rebound. 0 for 8 from 3. Just painful, man. If you just made one of those threes, we cashed. They also went into Hacka Gobert in the whole fourth quarter for the Nuggets. So there's like 6 possessions where we could have had a potential for Ant-Man to shoot and go over. But no, we did not get it done. And look, if you're still sticking with me, I appreciate it. I can't guarantee much, but I can guarantee you there's no one working harder than me in this industry to turn around this cold streak. And I guarantee you that the things will turn around. Look, I just know I've done this way too long to know that eventually the balls are going to start bouncing our way. It just is a matter of the time, and it could happen today, could happen tomorrow, could happen in a week where we just go on a hot streak. I don't know, but I know it's going to happen eventually. I'm confident in the picks today. We only got one of them, and I'm confident we go 1-0 today. But I will talk about a couple leans in the other games that I did look at. And we're just going to dive right in. I appreciate for tuning in. If you want to go check out our MLB Best Bets video, was posted right before this one. Slow start to the MLB season, but just like I said there, we've never had a losing season in any professional sport we cover. NBA, NFL, MLB. I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to keep that streak going for as long as I can, and that's going to continue in the MLB this season. But my only pick of the day will be a guy by the name of CJ McCollum, over 21.5 points, minus 113 on FanDuel. Now, I consider taking this at 22.5. If I only have a 22.5 line, I would probably look at his points plus rebounds line, or maybe his PRA line too. I like the rebounds today. The Celtics are a team that does shoot a lot of three-pointers. And with threes, you get a lot of long rebounds, which typically go to the guards. But I just don't want to count on McCollum to, grab a bunch of boards. I'm not going to get cute. I'm just going to take the points because he's going to need a lot of points to get to any PR or PRA line. Now, McCollum, obviously, we just backed him a few days ago, and they really haven't adjusted his line. And McCollum, like I said, delivered. He delivered an easy winner for us just the other day. He had 25 points on 24 field goal attempts. He also had 7 rebounds and 7 assists if you're looking for a PR or a PRA line. But if you look at the second half, 2 for 11 in the second half. He had 18 points at half. Not really sweaty to get to the 21.5 we had for him in that game, but didn't shoot well in the second half. And I think he plays better today. Look, at the end of the day, if CJ McCollum even gets close to 20 field goal attempts tonight, I'll live with this bet either way. If he shoots and just can't make a shot, whatever. But I don't mind his matchup tonight. Now, obviously, they're facing the Celtics and they're at home in terms of the New Orleans Pelicans are at home. And sure, you could say, hey, the Celtics can blow them out. But I think the Pelicans are a good home team, and I think they can keep this game competitive. And what I've talked about, the last 10 games, the Celtics have allowed the 5th most pull-up jump shots in the NBA, as well as the 3rd highest field goal percentage on those shots. Now, you could argue, hey, Austin, Drew Holiday is going to guard him. Actually, I can't guarantee that. Drew Holiday could actually go out there and guard Zion Williamson. And we've seen with Joe Mazzulla just talking in their most recent press conference that the Celtics are kind of tinkering with some things. They're trying to figure out, what works, what doesn't. Celtics have put themselves in a great position where no one's catching them. They're going to have the best record in the NBA, and they're going to also be the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So they can kind of mess with some things, and maybe they're messing around here, and they're letting maybe Kristaps maybe switch on to McCollum and let him go one-on-one there. But also what the Celtics do and why they give up a lot of pull-up jump shots is because they play a lot of drop coverage. You got Kristaps, Cornette, Al Horford, all these guys play drop coverage, which means when you get a pick set by, let's say, Jonas Valanciunas or Larry Nance Jr., the guy that's going to be switching onto him is a guy in drop coverage all the way back in the paint, which is why you have McCollum. He can walk into those jump shots. Now, you look at the last 2 games, and we talked about McCollum's over in his last game against the Bucks, a team that gives up a lot of pull-up jump shots, a lot of catch-and-shoot threes. That's kind of McCollum's game. And while this isn't the best matchup for catch-and-shoot, the pull-up opportunities should be there. In the last 2 games, McCollum is averaging 11 pull-up jump shots per game. The issue is he's shooting 22% on them and 11% from 3. End of the day, on the season, McCollum shooting 46% in general, 42% from three on those pull-up jump shots. You're telling me there's not some positive regression on the way for McCollum? Yeah, you bet. I think he's eventually going to start knocking down those shots. And even without knocking them down, he's still going over this line. If McCollum, who shot below 40% back-to-back games, still went over the line, he shoots close to 50%. This is a no sweat winner. He will cash the over, but I really think he's going to have the volume today. I don't like a lot of his other teammates' matchups. Zion will do his thing. He'll get his usage, but outside of him, the other guys, Trey Murphy, big catch and shoot guy, that's not really good against the Celtics. Jose Alvarado, who's off the bench, he's injured and out of this game, and that's McCollum's backup. So I really think this is just a spot where McCollum will get the volume. I can guarantee you that. It's whether or not he makes the shots. And you look at CJ over this line in 21 of 31 games, 68%. With at least 15 shots. That bumps up a little bit to 73% at home in New Orleans, including 9 of his last 10. So while I can't guarantee, CJ shoots 24 times like he has, the last 2 games, I can't guarantee he's going to be out there a lot of minutes, and he's going to be aggressive looking for his shot, especially in this matchup, which is a lot of drop coverage from the Celtics. So hopefully CJ makes some shots tonight. We've already cashed his over when he could not buy a bucket, going like 9 for 24. But obviously CJ will get the volume tonight. He's one of their main scorers. The Celtics are going to be able to put up points. Celtics, one of the best offensive ratings in the NBA. I really think that McCollum will get the volume. I think that even in a bad shooting night, he can go over. If we get a good shooting night, there's a chance he could approach 30-plus points tonight. So, CJ, we need some points. Now, the one lean, I'll give you one lean that I really was close to taking. That was Chris Middleton, is over in points. However, that's like 17.5. I really like McCollum. Chris Middleton's, if I were like, I need another pick for the day, Chris would be it. The problem with it is if I sit back and watch Chris Middleton go 4 for 15, I will pull my hair out and want to punch something. And I really am just not. I'm on edge right now in terms of the NBA. The NBA is just really aggravating me, and I know I know the things are going to bounce our way eventually, but I don't know if I can willingly go out there and bet Chris Middleton and just be pissed. I just don't. I can't do it right now. I'm not in the right mental space for a Chris Middleton debacle. I'll live with a McCollum disaster class, but Chris Middleton, he's already had too many disaster classes for us this season. I'm just not going to do it. But I don't mind Chris Middleton's regular over in points. No Damian Lillard. It's a Hawks defense that I really don't, think too highly of. I honestly, if you want some value, Middleton double-double has some good value to it. And honestly, McCollum, I could probably guarantee you one thing. Middleton, since I'm not making him a play, he'll probably have 20 points at halftime, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. So Chris Middleton will be my lean of the day. I really like him. I don't mind Jason Tatum over in points plus assists either. I'm just only going to stick to McCollum today. I really think that McCollum will lead us to a 1-0 day and hopefully maybe kickstart some momentum, start to build together those winning days, which I know we obviously are due plenty of them. So appreciate you guys for still sticking with me throughout the thicks and the thins. We've had some bad breaks this month, and I'll go through and look at all the bad breaks and just relive the pain in a little bit, probably tomorrow. But look, I guarantee you it's going to turn around. Can't guarantee you when, but I know there will be a turnaround point. You'll be like, dang, I'm glad I kept tailing. Or there will be the people that missed out. Be like, what? I stopped tailing. He's now on a 10-0 run. That's how it's going to work. So it's just how the NBA works sometimes. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you're not. And while I don't want to blame luck for the reason we have had a bad March, we've had some bad picks in there. There's just been some bad breaks where it's just like, man, that had like a 10% chance of happening, and that exact thing happened in that game. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like I said, MLB best bets are on the screen. Go check it out. We got 4 picks over there. We're going to turn that. We've had a couple started the day with a couple losing days, but I'm not worried about the MLB. Things are going to turn our way there eventually too. Appreciate you guys. I know this is kind of an annoying video. NBA has just been annoying for me, but you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I'll see you guys back again tomorrow, and I will see you then recapping a 1-0 day from Mr. McCollum. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.